Hey guys, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to be updated every time I make a new video. Thanks, let's begin. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. You're watching Shark House Entertainment and I'm your host, Brian Gatto. Today I'm going to be talking about the films I watched in the month of June of 2025. So I watched 10 films, which is a little bit more than I normally would in a month. I know, I have so many movies. And yet, yeah, work, books, YouTube, only so much damn time. But I did. I watched 10. So I'll go over them now, talk a little bit about them, and we'll wrap it up. I'll go to bed because I'm freaking exhausted. The first movie I watched in the month of June 2025 was Body Melt, which is kind of a funny story because I thought I owned this. I thought I had it on Blu-ray. I was like, let me go through some of my Vinegar Syndrome titles. I pulled it up on Amazon Prime because I was like, I'm too damn tired to get up, try to work my TV out, and then watch it because my TV's kind of been a little bitch lately. So I watched it, and then I found out I didn't even have it. But Body Melt, it's an Australian body horror film. I was surprised for a multitude of reasons. It's a comedy horror. It's got spastic Aussie humor, but at the same time, it doesn't go for the full punch. I sincerely thought I was watching an edited version, but I wasn't. Some of the key effects just don't happen, like bodies exploding or whatever. They just don't happen, and I'm like, well, what's all the build-up for then? It was a good watch, though. It was entertaining. There were some outrageously over-the-top parts. It's gross. There's a snot scene that's just, ugh. But yeah, I enjoyed it.
The first phase is hallucinogenic. The second phase is glandular. The third phase is...
The second movie I watched was Predator, Killer of Killers. I watched this with my father because we are both Alien and Predator fans, but he was a bit apprehensive because it's an animated film. So he was like, I don't know, but I was like, just try it. And when we were done with it, he's like, yeah, it was pretty good for an animated film. He's never seen an R-rated animated film. I don't think he even knew they existed. But I thought it was really good to a point. I did rave about it after the watch, but then the more I thought about it, the more I kind of thought it retconned a lot of things. I mean, the whole climax is a kind of a retcon of the Predator's style to the Predator's reasoning and reason for the hunt. But if you take it all back, if you take it all to the basics of what the story is and what you're going on through the journey, it's highly entertaining, very bloody, really cool. There's some awesome stuff they did with the animation. I think it's the closest we have to realistic animation in terms of how close it can be to real live footage at the moment. But I thought it was good. There was some stuff that I was like, but overall, I would recommend it. Third movie I watched, I actually saw this in theaters when it came out, and then I watched it again with my dad. A Working Man, the latest Jason Statham effort. I was never the biggest Jason Statham fan growing up. I mean, I watched a couple of his films. I saw him in The Expendables 2 and 1, and I enjoyed him in that, especially number 2. But lately, after The Beekeeper, I found myself to be more intrigued and entertained by his work. The Beekeeper was awesome, and this was directed by the same guy, and it wasn't as awesome. It's a very bare bones Jason Statham movie, yet it's like 10-15 minutes longer than The Beekeeper. I don't know how that works. I think it is, at least. I think The Beekeeper is shorter than The Working Man. The Working Man is almost 2 hours long, but I found the humor in The Beekeeper a lot better. This is more of a straightforward, serious story. The fact that Jason Statham doesn't get hurt whatsoever, like, not only that, but the fights are super short, like the hand-to-hand combat. I was like, come on, dude. You gotta get hurt, or you have to have someone land a punch on you at some point. The fourth movie I watched was one I had seen before called The Night Stalker.
The Night Stalker.
It's the Kolchak stories. They made a series about it. I love this movie. It blows me away every time. It's got snappy dialogue. It's a noir horror film where a reporter in Vegas he's encountering this very weird crime, and there's several of them. The part where they find one of the victims and there's no trace of footsteps around anywhere, and he's like, "What did he do? Throw her?" I was like, I'm already I'm on board now. When I watched it again, I forgot about that line and I was on board again. The whole movie's really good. The whole committee is like just trying to figure out what to do, and Kolchak has all the answers. They're just not listening to him until they have no other choice but to do so. The ending is a gut punch, but I love this movie. I need to watch the series. Kolchak the Night Stalker, brilliant movie, especially for a TV movie. It's only like 70-something minutes, so it flies right by.
Anything?
We found a purse. There's signs of a struggle up here.
Nothing in between. Only our footprints.
What'd he do, throw her?
The fifth movie I watched was another Vinegar Syndrome title when I was like going through my little phase of I need to get through these movies because I have so damn many. I don't know which one I was going to keep. This was one I was actually going to try to sell, but I never watched it, so let me give it a shot. Steel and Lace. I enjoyed it. I was surprised. I thought it was going to be this low-budget, schlocky film, but there's some gnarly damn kills in this movie, man. I was very impressed with the special effects. There's a scene with a helicopter blade. Fuck yeah, it brought me back to Dawn of the Dead vibes from 1978. The story is sad, but it's just the Terminator, RoboCop, all those mixed into one, except for now it's a woman who had a case against a group of men who assaulted her, and they got off. Now she's killed herself and wants revenge because her brother brought her back as a cyborg. Bruce Davidson's really good in this film, by the way. He plays the brother. There's a scene where he screams where you can either be like, or, oh my god, that's heartbreaking. I was somewhere in the middle. It was a sad, powerful moment, but...
There's only one safe place now.
The sixth movie I watched was The Night Strangler.
She was through for the night and on her way to St. James Street, where she could catch the 3 a.m. bus that would take her to her small apartment in the Shoreline Park area. Anxious to get home, she planned to take a shower and go right to bed. She never made it.
This is the second Kolchak movie, and then they made the TV show. It came out shortly after The Night Stalker. Another strong effort, not as memorable as The Night Stalker, I don't think, but still really good. It has to do with this person who goes around strangling women. He takes their life force, or not their life force, but he takes their youth, whatever. It's not as memorable, but the climax in the underground warehouse or whatever it is, that was a very highly effective set. It brought me back to like Hammer horror. It was really cool. And the whole reason this guy is strangling women to kill them and do this stuff is so he can live forever. And he has to take the serum every so often, or else, he perishes. The ending, there's a part where I was like, oh! I was lying in bed and I'm like, ooh! I was like, oh yeah, you pissed him off. Oh man, really good movie though. I'll have to watch it again. I've seen The Night Stalker like 3 times. The Night Strangler this was my first time viewing it. Really good though.
See if there isn't someone there that looks like he just came from a road company performance on the front page.
And don't lecture me about the responsibility of the press, you cabbage head. I knew more about the press the day I was born than you do now.
The 7th movie I watched was Shark Warning, which I watched with a friend. The same one I watched Megan 2.0 with, which is a video I think I'll have up tomorrow or before this at some point. Shark Warning's okay. It tries to be way more powerful than it is. It's still a basic shark movie, but the performances are trying to go for like that serious, brooding, upset, desperate to solve the issue kind of acting, and it's all right. I mean, some of it is a little bit long-winded. Some of it is pretty intense. The whole climax with the shark, I thought, had some decent effects. The whole movie has decent effects for the most part, but this climax, I was surprised. A lot of underwater visuals that were pretty well done for an Asylum film. It was recently released on DVD from the Asylum. I picked it up. I have it over there. I can't get to it else. I'll move my position of my camera. But I would recommend it, especially if you're a shark fanatic. If you want a more serious shark story, that does take a lot of monologues to get through. But plus the mayor's that woman from the Dahar videos, or whatever the guy's name is, who has like those self-motivating videos or whatever, and she's like always the Karen in those videos. I thought it was pretty funny. The 8th movie I watched was Final Destination Bloodlines, which I watched with my dad. He had... Funny story. Before this movie came out and I had seen it in theaters, I was like, I'm going to watch all these with my dad. Maybe he'll go to the movies with us. The last movie he went to us with was Twisters. Before that, I can't even remember the last time we went to the theater. Anyway, so I was like, I'll watch parts 1 to 5 with my dad. He was watching his parents at the time. I showed him the trailer for Final Destination Bloodlines, and he went ahead without even thinking that I would want to watch them with him, and watched all of them. When he came home and told me, I was like, excuse me? What the fuck? So I was like, I'm going to watch this one with you. I texted him like, don't you dare watch this without me. So we did. It's a really good movie. It handles things a lot differently than the other ones. We're going after a family now. And the whole Bloodlines aspect is really well done, except for one major problem. So for the parents who visit the children after the horrible accidents that occurred are still there when they're going through their accidents, and they're there to comfort them, shouldn't they already be dead? Like, it goes down in bloodlines, like parents, children, grandchildren, whatever. So it's parents and children, but they're both there in the first, especially in the first one is where you see the parents. The other one's not so much. So I don't know. Alex's parents, all the parents come into the room to see their children after they survive the plane crash. It's a sad scene, but now this movie is like, well, it goes by the parents and the kids, so they should be dead, but they ain't. Are they all adopted?
Maybe Death's not actually coming for our family. Because that would be crazy.
I love this movie, though. Great gore, and oh my god, there's some great kills in this movie. The 9th movie, and I'll lump the 10th one in there, too, because I convinced someone to watch this movie because she hated the first one with a burning passion. It took me about a year and a half to convince her to give the second one a try. Terrifier 2. And the next day, she's like, I want to watch Terrifier 3. I was like, fucking told you. She hates Alien as well, and I convinced her to watch Alien Romulus, and she loved that. So she needs to freaking listen to me, man. Anyway, we watched Terrifier 2. We skipped over the bedroom scene because I told her, like, this is really gnarly. And I promised her, like, the way I got her to watch it was, like, if there's a really nasty scene, you don't have to watch it. And if you can't make it through the first 15 minutes to half an hour, we can switch to something else. So that was my promise to her, and I held up to it. Third one came around, and I was like, let's see what she's made of. So we got to the... through the opening credits, which were pretty brutal, but then we get to the mall scene. Her reaction, I should have recorded it. No, her reaction was these 4 words precisely. Oh my fucking god! That was how she said it. I won't spoil what happens, but... And then after, like, she's just like, that's bad! I'm like, I know! And then we got to the shower scene, and I was like, let's see how tough she really is. First time in the movie, she usually does this when stuff's really gross. First time in either movie, she's like, that's just dumb. She says that because she's so grossed out. That's stupid. But in reality, she's like,
I want to know what it's like to be in the presence of that kind of evil.
So yeah, those were the 10 movies I watched in the month of June of 2025. Let me know if you want me to continue this series, because I do enjoy it. I'd actually started doing it, I think, back in 2013 on my very first channel. I think it was 2013, maybe 2014, very long time ago. Now I see more people doing it, and I'm like, I'm going to get back into this. Me and a few other people were doing it. Now everyone's doing it, and they're even posting on Facebook groups like, I'm going to fucking do it. I'm going to bring it back. That's going to do it for this video, guys. You have been watching Sharkhouse Entertainment, and I've been your host, Brian Gatto. Make sure to like, comment on, as well as share this video. Like my Facebook fan page and support me on Patreon. Also hit that notification bell to be notified every time I make a new video. And as always... I'm going to bed. Subscribe.